In my last video, we discussed my top 7 best weapons to use here in Modern Warfare Zombies after the Season 2 Reloaded update. But one of the most liked comments on that video was somebody telling me that I missed the FR Avancer. Well, we're going to take it in game here today, test it out in the red tier zone, get some Mega Abominations, some HVTs, and then we're also going to go in the Dark Aether and see how it handles in there. So with that, welcome on back to the channel, everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. I appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into Zombies content or anything Call of Duty, consider rocking that like button, man, and subscribing to the channel. We just hit 13,000 subscribers and we're already on the road to 14, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support. So we're just gonna get right to it, man, and get right into the red tier zone. I ended up bringing in 2 refined crystals. We're gonna throw on the legendary tool on this thing as well, and I also got the mags of holding. But 120 rounds after Pack-a-Punched isn't bad without it. Ended up getting this HVT on this Mega Abomination here, and it was actually popping off those heads pretty damn fast. As you can see here, yes, we did have a legendary Aether tool on here, but it is only PAP 2, and we're just shredding through these tier 3 zombies. I'm definitely already impressed with the power of this thing. If it's only at a PAP 2 and we're doing this kind of damage to these guys, I actually can't wait to see what this thing's doing once we get it to PAP 3. Now, I did use this gun a little bit back when I was grinding camos, but once I got the Borealis camo, I kind of stopped. Maybe I should go back and finish out the bioluminescent for the Modern Warfare 2 guns. It just sucks that we can't swap the mastery camos in between the sets of guns. Like, I don't understand why we can't put bioluminescent on the Modern Warfare 3 guns and like Borealis on the Modern Warfare 2 guns. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Also, you'll notice I came in with the underbarrel drill charge attachment. I just kind of wanted to see what it was doing. I figured since the other attachments or the other underbarrel attachments were broken right now, I might as well try these ones, and it was pretty much a no-go. It was kind of fun to blow up that zombie in the beginning though. But yeah, please don't waste your attachment slot on this thing. In my loadout at the end of the video, I actually replaced it with a grip. This thing is just devastating, this Mega Abomination, at only a PAP 2. And when you look at that, guys, he also dropped us a legendary Aether tool. I don't know about you, but I really kind of feel like the loot here in tier 3 has been definitely buffed up in Season 2 Reloaded. Maybe not so much on the Aether tool side of things. I seem to be finding those a little bit less and less, but the crystals, man, I don't know what it is, but my backpack is just always full of crystals. We got our PAP 3 here, and also, I don't know what it is. It seems like lately, tier 3 is just flooded with people. Like, it's really hard to grab contracts and stuff. Like, if you don't have a Scorcher, then it's almost impossible to grab a contract in some games. So it is nice every once in a while when I spawn in and I just see like a bunch of people like hanging out in zone 2 and stuff like that. I'm like, yes, finally, for once. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that people are finally getting a hold of the game and everybody's kind of knowing what they're doing and stuff like that, but it would be nice if we had more play areas to go to. Like, I think it's definitely time for them to introduce like a new map or something, somewhere else for us to go. Look at that, we took out our second HVT Mega Abomination, now with our weapon up at a PAP 3, and I gotta say, that was much faster. This FR is definitely shredding, guys. And look at that, he also dropped us a VR11 case, and then in the Rift, we ended up getting a Juggernaut suit. What? Next, we ended up getting an HVT on this Mangler here, and he ended up being a little bit more of a pain in my ass. Sometimes I almost feel like these things can be a little bit more tanky than the Mega Abominations. I feel like the Mega Abominations have those big weak spots. Yeah, on these guys, you do have the cannons or the heads, but if you're not hitting him right in that head or right in the cannon, it just doesn't feel like some weapons are really like doing that damage that you need, which ultimately just kind of makes him feel like a bullet sponge sometimes, which is never fun. Now, I figured, what the hell, let's go ahead and take on one more HVT Mega Abomination down here, and this guy was in a pretty nice spot because you can just sit up on the roof here and usually not be bothered by any zombies. This FR is absolutely dealing with these Mega Abominations with ease, but I am curious about how it's going to deal with that HVT once we go inside of the Dark Aether. Now, I did end up bringing an Elder Sigil in with me, so these zombies and this HVT that's going to be in here are going to be a bit stronger than if you were to use a regular Sigil. And I'm not going to lie, there's not very many guns in the game right now that I put full 100% faith in to deal with this HVT Mega Abomination by themselves. Like, I would usually advise you guys to bring in like a Juggernaut suit just to deal with the HVT Mega if you have to. Or like right now, you can definitely be abusing that flamethrower. That's probably the fastest way to kill the Mega Abominations right now, hands down, but you guys already know that thing's gonna get nerfed here eventually. When I was first starting to fight this thing, I was feeling a little bit confident because I felt like I popped that first head off pretty fast, but I was getting a little bit oversworn with zombies down here in the fog, so I figured maybe I could lure him up out of the fog and kind of have an easier fight up here. Dude, look, I even tried shooting him with those drill charges. They didn't do shit. But I was finally able to get him all the way up here. The only problem was he like refused to keep beaming me. I did get his health like a little down past halfway, but after absolutely refusing to shoot me with his beams and just charging at me a bunch, he eventually ran back down into his hole and started regenerating his health. So I said, you know what, fuck it, let's just throw out the jug and get this thing over with. Yeah, I definitely think that this FR could have got the job done though. It's just the right circumstances, and if you can get him to shoot you with those beams a lot. Sometimes there's also that floating boat. If he's right next to that floating boat and you can land right on top of that thing, thing. But after getting this guy dealt with our jug, we ended up getting some golden armor plates, and we got that VR11 schematic, so definitely not a bad pull from the loot from this guy. That is the one thing that I definitely love about this new Dark Aether, is that we can get all of the acquisitions from the previous Dark Aether and the ones from this new Dark Aether all inside of here. Yes, I do feel like the previous Dark Aether acquisitions are a little bit rare, but just the fact that we can find them in here is awesome. So now we are over in our holdout mission here, and this is where the FR is going to kind of stand out here in the Elder Dark Aether. I did end up putting up one sentry gun just to kind of help me out in here. Just having one AR while you're being kind of overrun with all these zombies in this Outlast is going to be a little bit tough. I would definitely advise you guys, if you're going to be running this Elder Dark Aether solo, bring in a couple sentry guns to set up in here. But in all, so far, I would say this is definitely one of the better or best ARs to run here in Modern Warfare Zombies right now. Absolutely just shredded in the red tier zone, even here in the Elder Dark Aether, just handling these zombies with absolute no problem. The only small hiccup that we did have with this thing was with the HVT inside here, and I really think we could have got that done. He was just being stubborn and was like literally refusing to beam us with those things. But yeah, if you guys are still wondering where anything is in this new Dark Aether, maybe you want to know how to do the new song Easter egg, maybe you're still struggling to find out where some of those bunny contracts are, or looking for any of the other exfils, I'm gonna throw up a map on the screen right here that's gonna show you guys everything. And big shout out to MWZHUB.gg. They just updated their site with the brand new Dark Aether map. Gonna have their links down in the description. I highly recommend you guys go check them out. We almost got this thing done here, and look at this thing just shredding the health off this Disciple. Yeah, I definitely think I might have missed this one off the list. I could have switched this one out for maybe the Ram 7, or could it be right there with the Ram 7, to be honest. You never know though. I'm definitely going to be doing another top 10 or top 7 list here in season 3, and this AR just definitely might make the cut then. Finally, with getting this holdout mission done, we got some mags of holding, and we got another Elder Sigil. Definitely going to be pocketing that so we can come back in here, and man, that mags of holding is just OP as all hell on some guns. I don't know about you guys, but I seem to be finding this acquisition like probably more than anything else. Like almost every contract seems to have the mags of holding for me. Hey, to be honest, that's perfectly fine by me, because I don't want to see a bunch of blood burner keys. That would just start pissing me off. So now we're gonna go around and get our extractor contract done, and honestly, I think this is probably the easiest contract to do here in the Dark Aether. I think as long as you're confident with your movement and you bring in enough decoys or monkey bombs, or you got some cashmeres or whatnot, you guys should be perfectly fine dealing with this contract. Hell, 9 times out of 10 when I'm doing this contract, I don't even have to shoot a zombie. The only thing I do have to say that really sucks is when the contract bugs out and like it says that you're doing the Aether extractor, but you're really not. So then you turn around and you're just swarmed by zombies, and then you gotta waste another decoy or another monkey bomb or something. Yeah, when that happens, that definitely sucks. But overall, I would say this is the easier contract to do, and if you guys do the contracts in order like I just did, there is an exfil that's right next to this contract, so you don't really have to go very far. And guys, check this out. Look, what did I tell you? We got another mags of holding in here. Can't even make this up. Plus that damn blood burner schematic, which took forever to pop up for me the first few times that I was running through this Dark Aether. So yeah, here we are at the exfil. Not too bad of a run, if I do say so myself. We got some pretty damn good acquisitions in here. We got a few mags of holding. We got a legendary Aether tool. We got a VR11 case. We got another Elder Sigil so we can come back in here, plus that golden armor. But this FR was absolutely a beast, guys. Thank you so much for recommending it to me in the comments section. But it's going to be up on the screen right here if you guys want to check it out. Let me know down in the comments section if there's any other guns that you guys want me to try. Please drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.